Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hello if you're new here, it's lovely to have you and I hope you choose to stick around and subscribe. It's completely free and entirely up to you. It just means I pop up in your subscription boxes every time I upload a new video. Welcome back to part 2 of the holiday vlogs. I'm not sure how I'm going to set them up in terms of uploading. I know the first one was pretty long. Well, I know I took a lot of clips anyway, so I'm presuming it's pretty long. Who knows? But yeah, I do have to keep pausing because the RAF base are currently launching some more typhoons, which I wouldn't ordinarily complain about. However, I can't actually see them. So I didn't really speak much. There's another one coming in, I think. Sorry, it's landed now. So I didn't really speak much towards the end of the last vlog, just because it was a little bit of a letdown when we got here. When we checked in, the man was nice enough, but he basically was like, sorry, this is all we have. We're like as far out of the park as you can actually get. So it means, like I say, we can't see anything. It is quite a walk to actually get to the main complex. I'm just glad that we've got a pushchair for Nelly because she wouldn't be able to walk it, that's for sure. And yeah, the caravan we've been placed in is very much a big step down from the last one. I mean, it's all right. It's not very kid friendly. There is a gas fire that's literally Nelly level. She's already pulled the dial off about 3 million times. It's got like low units that she's just gonna keep hitting her head on. Like, you're balanced on one of the units that she's already hit her head on. The steps are really not child friendly at all to get into the place. There's no decking, which apparently you don't get with this type of one. However, when we asked specifically that we wanted whatever it would be that included the decking, obviously they booked us under a different one. Yeah, it's all just, I don't know, it's all just a little bit meh. It was a little bit of a letdown. We're still going to enjoy our holiday. Like, we're not letting it affect us. We've come to terms, you know, it is what it is. The one thing that is really getting to me though is there is so many ants. I literally feel like I'm living with the ants. I could feel them crawling over me in the night. They're all over like the kitchen sides, the cupboards where you put food, there's ants in. And don't get me wrong, I get that, you know, it's a little bit rural and there's vents and things like this and bugs can get in, but the level that they're getting in is a little bit extreme. But yeah, there's nothing that can be done apparently, so it is what it is. But yeah, the ants I think are the main issue for me. I'm definitely struggling a lot more with those. They're just like in everything. I feel like when I get home I'm just gonna have to scrub everything. Like, they're in the clothes, they're, you know, you pull out underwear and there's ants in it, and like I pulled out Nelly's bedtime book, there was an ant in it, and it's just, I think my suitcase is probably going to be full of ants, but it is what it is. So this morning we went to Coningsby, to the Spotters Park, or to the Spotters car park, because they said that it was like they were on nights or lates or whatever, which was the timings were 12 till something, 10 or 11 at night I think. So yeah, so we got there at 10 because we know that the car park fills up quite quickly, and literally nothing happened until gone 2 o'clock. So it was kind of like a little bit of a wasted few hours. I mean, I didn't mind it, and it was a good testing point to see how Nelly would cope if we did do a spotting day somewhere, but then it was just getting too hot, so we decided to come back home. And apologies about that, Ash had just phoned because he's off checking a location for a possible walk either later tonight or tomorrow or something. But yeah, so we were at Coningsby for quite a few hours. There's another one coming over now. And then Nelly is currently down for a nap, but I'm having to keep a real close eye on her because this caravan is so hot right now, and where she's sleeping to is measuring 29 degrees, which obviously if you're a parent, you know it's way too hot. If you're not, they recommend no higher than 20 degrees. So yeah, she looks a bit flustered in there, but she is all right at the minute, so keeping an eye on her with that. But yeah, I thought in this video I'll give you a little bit of a tour and you can spend the rest of the like afternoon, evening with us. I'm not 100% sure what they're doing so many gas bottles, they make so much noise. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do this evening. I'm hoping maybe to go to the arcades, or maybe go to like the kiddie play park, do something for Nelly. Definitely get out, I think, for a walk when it's a bit cooler. I also need to pop to the shop and get some butter, because that was the one thing I forgot yesterday when we did our food shop. I didn't end up filming any of that, purely because we went into Boston and there was just a few men hanging around there that made me feel really uncomfortable. And even Ash did, like when we got back in the car to go, we literally locked the doors. Yeah, it was a little bit not very nice. It's the easiest way to put it. So it is what it is. But yeah, Ash has just popped off to go and look at this location, so who knows, we might do that tonight. I will show you a little tour of our caravan. It's not horrendous. This is the next step down from luxury. The luxury ones, the majority have a hot tub, we don't. This is the next one down. This is the, I think they called it the Supreme, I think, something like that. So yeah, I will show you in here. Obviously I can't show you the bedroom and stuff until Nelly wakes up, but I can show you this bit at least. So this is the lounge area. Obviously this is what I was on about the fireplace. It's just a little bit tricky. She's already caught herself on the radiator as well. But yeah, that's the dining area. And then over here you can see the kitchen area. How's my aunts looking? Well, not too bad at the minute. There's just some crawling up the wall, so not as bad as they were. But yeah, so this is the kitchen area, so not too bad. Nice big fridge area. You can see everything we've got, and we've also got the big freezer as well, so I can't complain about that, although my god, it smells like I can't leave that open for too long. So first room in the hallway is the main bathroom. So we've got all this storage, which is really helpful. Very messy, as you can see. Then obviously a toilet, sink, a mirror that has definitely seen better days, but never mind. And then this is the shower. Again, a little bit of storage in there. We've got Nelly's little paddling pool and the bin, because if you have a toddler of Nelly's age, they like to put everything in the bin. Dummies, shoes, toys, the lot. So we've had to put it out here instead. I will say the shower is very, very scalding. There's no like cold tap. You just have to adjust it on the boiler, and that has proved difficult all week. But it is what it is. So that is the bathroom. We've also had to put shoes down everywhere so that Nelly don't trap her fingers in the door. And then this is like the little bedroom. As you can see, it's very messy. Excuse all the dirty washing. But yeah, it's standard. It's the same as what we had last time, to be fair, in here, with just the two beds, little bedside cabinet, and then again a little mini wardrobe, which of course I filled up, and another mirror. And then this is the main bedroom, so it's quite a nice size, you can't complain about that. Yeah, our camera setup. Little dressing table area, obviously the bed. We're actually just getting ready to go to swimming, hence why that's on there. We've managed to fit Nelly's travel cot in there, and then two really big size wardrobes, but obviously not many hangers because they never supply that many hangers anyway. And then through here is just a little ensuite toilet, and in this cupboard here is the boiler, which has proved a bit difficult because it makes quite a noise if you want to put it on after Nelly's gone to sleep. So we've kind of had to put it on and then roast for the rest of the evening, just because we don't want to wake her up trying to put it on later in the evening. just because the mornings are a bit cold. It gets to about 3 a.m. and then it's cold and Nelly wakes up. So yeah, that is that. And obviously storing the high chair in here, which as a side note arrived really, really grim. It really wasn't clean. So that is worth bearing in mind, that if you do have to rent a high chair while you're here, bring some cleaning stuff. Oh god, there's one behind me. I've got to kill that one. It can't crawl on me. Oof. But yeah, so of course they make a load of noise now. Yeah, so this is kind of where it is, and we're over here. So I mean, it's not a huge, it doesn't look huge on the map. And to be fair, we stayed, where did we stay? We stayed over here before, so it's just one of them, you know. This is definitely a lot more deceiving. It is a lot longer than it looks, so but I think it's just because like we're just pushed out the way a bit more. There was a lot more going on around this area that we could see, but never mind. Where do you belong? Hmm?
Look at Mama. What on? This one up. Cheap. What on? You want it? Right, is she going in there?
You can try.
But Mummy's filming you. Yeah.
Yeah, we're fun.
Yeah, lovely.
We're getting pissed
Yeah.
with your expensive cider.
Yeah, we won't go there.
Oh, we will.
1 star, do not recommend.
How much did you pay for your cider, babe?
14 quid for 2 bottles.